Yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. The Ravens on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well. They weren't real happy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first. Yeah, there's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 51 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Dancing to his left. And this is caught by Allen for a Dolphins touchdown. Dwayne Allen. As time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start out with an AFC East matchup between Buffalo and the New York Jets. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping it on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up.
Let's go now. 54. Hey, come on. 54. I got you, punk.
Jackson on third down. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now. And show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
They have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Forced out to his left. And this is caught by Allen. Touchdown, Miami. Dwayne Allen, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their line.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by one more. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation that their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it. And that's what you don't want to do.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I got it. Check. Tight right. Solo out there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. 30. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is Ingram. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
from the gun. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And out come the Dolphins now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on,
there he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 65 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here come the Ravens. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
This pass into the arms of Snead. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. Roberts got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Going deep here. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 50 yards. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 2. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you were... yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. Roberts has him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Jackson on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. To throw again is Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. Going deep here for Parker. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Miami, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.